You see, back in my day, back in the 80s that is, DC had a contest, sort of a call-in thing where you had to decide the fate of Jason Todd. They left it up to us kids.
Hey homies, what's up? Hope you enjoyed that intro. That was kind of fun. So anyways, it's me, RYANWINN, here with another episode of Running Laps. And another episode featuring Jason Todd, our hero of the summer. I've got another chance to do some work on another upcoming issue of Red Hood, but I still can't announce what it is and when yet. So hopefully next week. Anyways, we started off with our usual sketchbook snapshot. This was a tiny 1-inch tall drawing that I did in my sketchbook. Took a photo of it with the iPad and dropped it into ProCreate. And from there I'm structuring it, building up the proper muscle layers and proportions and things like that. Now, when doing portrait work of your favorite superheroes, you want to put the camera in the right place. You want them elevated. They're heroes. We're regular people. They're heroes. You want them feeling bigger and better than us. So you want not only to have the right gesture and posture, you want to have the right perspective as well. So here I've placed the camera, we're about eye level with his belt. That way we're looking up at him, he seems taller and bigger, his shoulders will seem broader, things like that. He's elevated, he's a superhero. Of sorts. Now I didn't actually do any final detail in the pencils. I've drawn enough faces, hair, coats, hands, things like that, that I can just go right into the inks on something like this. And also this is a fairly simple, fun piece. If I was hired or commissioned to do a cover, I would probably spend a lot more time on the details and things like that. But here we're just trying to have some fun and relay some lessons and give you guys something good to look at. So I went straight for the inks. And onto the colors here. Wanted to do something monochromatic. Didn't want to play with too much actual color. So, of course, was going with red, but I wanted to do something more muted and softer so that when we hit his red hood and his red helmet, those really popped. So here, it looks like I'm adding a purple. This is just a grayed red, all sort of from the same hue, just playing with different levels, different tones. And we'll go in and add the red so I can see where things are going to pop, and then I can start adjusting from there. So what I'm thinking is there's going to be a lot of white, or not a lot of white, but I was going to use white as a highlight. And then I was like, no, that's too much. Maybe I'll do something with the background. Still fully experimenting here. So decided to go with the natural green contrast with the red. Start layering in some reds and greens, giving this a lot of depth. The idea here was to do a classic composition. So he's just standing there, but then if you'll notice, the darkest part of him at the bottom is in front of the brightest part in the background, while the brightest part of him and the top part, where his head is at the darkest part of the background. So it creates a lot of depth like that. You can experiment with that trick yourself. It's quite simple, and you'll start seeing it everywhere once you notice it. So here I was still playing with white, thinking there'd be some sort of highlight. I wanted to have a lightning bolt in the background. That was the original thing that was driving the light source. And at this point, I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to do the lightning bolt, or maybe it'll work. I was hemming and hawing, going back and forth. I couldn't figure it out. So then I decided, you know what? Let's start laying in ideas of lightning bolts. And as soon as I did, I realized, nope, this isn't going to work. The lightning bolt would be symbolic of something or somebody like the Flash or one of the heroes who got their powers from a lightning bolt. I was just doing it to add some sort of drama. There had been a lightning bolt in the first page of our Red Hood issue 23, which came out just a couple weeks ago, so go check that out. But page 1, there was a lightning strike as he's digging up a grave, and I thought it would be cool to sort of homage that scene. But then I decided, no, we're going to go for a moon backdrop. It'll give us sort of Saturday Evening Post vibe to it, and then I can add some highlights around the edges and things like that, and really give some glow to his figure. Now here it's still a little purpley. In a moment here it'll shift to blue, and I think that the blue shift I went to really helped to separate the foreground from the background, because that's what you want to do. You want to have separations in comic books. You really want to have your foreground come forward and your background drop back, and I think I did that here. Anyways, let me know what you think below. And let me know what you think over on Twitter. Come over, say hi, make a request. We can talk about stuff. I'm also on DeviantArt. I'm going to be posting anything that's on here on DeviantArt, and we can talk about it there and look at it at high res. And if you'd like to have some fun while showing your support, head over to Comixology. The first 3 issues of our creator-owned book, Death Betty, are up. They're only $1, and they're only on Comixology. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Stupid cat.